So we've got some few stories to deal with before we say goodbye. Remember, the program is always brought to you by Defend Drill Cough Expectorant. It clears chest congestion. It smoothes the cough and helps you fight common cold. So if you are going through any sort of difficulty, this is your #1 remedy, helping you breathe easy and feel better. Defend Drill is always available in all pharmacies and OTCs across Ghana. Not recommended, however, for children under 6 years old. If you want to buy them in bulk, visit Rapid Improvement Pharmaceuticals. They are on the Spinters Road. That's the Royal House Chapel. Give them a call this afternoon on 053-666-1432. That's 053-666-1432. Defend Drill, breathe easy, feel better. Now, concerns have been raised about the whereabouts of the Ashanti Regional Chairman, Bernard Nchubu, also known as Chairman Wontumi. Remember, he was picked up by the operatives of Iyoko, and he was interrogated over some, financial issues relating to some money he took from Exim Bank. Now, in the course of the interrogation around 9 p.m. yesterday, we are told that he got sick and he was transferred to a health facility to seek medical treatment, and that truncated the interrogation. As we speak, it's unclear whether he is still in a hospital and what. Now, there's been a lot of reaction to this particular matter. The first to speak to this today regarding allegations of human rights abuse is the former Vice President of the Republic and also who led the MPP in the 2024 general elections, Dr. Mahama Baumi. And he says that in a social media post, he says, "I am deeply concerned about the arrest and continued detention of Ashanti Regional Chairman of the MPP, Bernard Nchubu, also known as Wontumi, as the charges remain vague and his whereabouts remain unknown." He says, "In a democratic environment as ours, no individual is above the law. Equally, no Ghanaian, regardless of political affiliation or status, should ever be denied their constitutional rights. Justice and due process are not optional. They are the foundation of our democracy." And he says, "I've been in constant touch with Mr. Wontumi's legal team since this morning to ensure that his rights are protected and that due process is followed. I commend them for their professionalism and vigilance. I also urge the Economic Organized Crime Office, that's Iyoko, and all relevant state institutions to act strictly within the bounds of the law and to respect the rights of Mr. Wontumi as guaranteed by our Constitution. Any deviation from these principles risks undermining public trust in our justice system and weakening the democratic values we have worked to build in this country. Ghana," he says, "must always remain a nation governed by law, not by arbitrary power. Our republic is strongest when our institutions are both firm and fair." And this is a social media post by the MPP flag bearer in the 2024 elections, Dr. Mahama, may also serve as Vice President during the administration of President Nana Addo Akufo-Addo. We'll bring you more of this in subsequent bulletins. We are told that Mr. Wontumi is still receiving medical care. He is not fit yet to continue with the interrogation. What his family members are asking is his whereabouts. Now, let me take you to the president, because President Mahama says the central bank is monitoring the recent gains of the cedi and has assured that the Bank of Ghana will intervene if the exchange rate falls below a certain threshold in order to keep it within an acceptable range. Speaking during a multi-sectoral meeting on the 24-hour economy, the president said there is no deliberate attempt to force down the value of the dollar. He expressed doubt that the exchange rate would ever reach 1 cedi to a dollar.
The cedi recently has appreciated in value, and it is the result of close coordination between the fiscal and monetary, between the central bank and the Ministry of Finance. And it is based on the forex auction and demand and supply. What happens is the Bank of Ghana does the forex auction, finds out how much cedis in the system that need forex for to pay various bills and others. And those who want the forex bid on the auction, and the bank strikes the average and takes the cedis and makes the dollars available. And so it's not like somebody is deliberately forcing the dollar down. It is the result of the bids that is finding what the true value of the cedi is. And I believe that it will arrest where the true value is based on the issues of demand and supply. And so I don't envisage that. Some people say it will come to $1 cedi, $1. No, that's extreme. We'll virtually collapse our export sector if that happened. But I think that the governor of the bank has an eye on it. And if it goes below a certain floor, I'm sure that the Bank of Ghana will make an intervention to make sure that it remains within a certain band that gives the true value of the cedi against the other foreign currencies. So don't panic. And if you haven't changed your dollars already, I don't know how much further lower it will go, but the governor has an eye on it, and we'll see how things go.
Well, the president of the Ghana Union of Traders Association, Dr. Joseph Oben, is also urging members of the association to reduce prices to reflect the appreciation of the cedi.
Normally, I would say that the market forces determine the price, the market itself, because we are in a competitive market, as we all know. But we, as trade leaders, what we do is that we can only appeal to our members, and that's what I've been doing, because we have to show good faith to the consuming public. I think, the president himself has said, that we have to toe the line, because at least we have to also encourage policymakers that when some of these things are done, we are also giving the benefit to the consuming public. It should trickle down to them, because we are not, the business that we do, we don't do it in isolation. We do it with the consuming public. That's consuming public, that's what you call, but we call them customers. So when our customers are challenged, they are unable to buy and help us to attain the turnover that we seek to make our business thrive. The business thrives on turnover. So we have even the obligation to make the prices go down. And that's what most people have done. Once we are in competitive market, we are not in a monopolistic market. Nobody can even overprice himself out. It's a competition out there. And so most of the importers have started transferring the gains or reducing their prices. I must tell you. But it seems that people's minds are made that the traders or importers are we are wicked or some sort. No. Please go to the market and search. You see that most of the prices are trickling down to the consuming public. The prices are going down, because it's what we have to do to make sure that we also enhance on our turnover. If prices are high, you cannot sell.
Our government is gearing up to roll out the much-touted 24-hour economy policy. As President Mahama confirms, he has reviewed the final draft and says the framework is ready to deliver results. He also announced plans to activate the Volta Lake as a major transport highway and how the policy will be decentralized to the district level. Maswala Boba has more in this report.
Business leaders, CEOs, policymakers, and members of civil society organizations gathered here at the presidency, where President Mahama briefed them comprehensively on his 24-hour economy policy. He says plans are far advanced for the policy to be rolled out.
The 24-hour economy program is not a top-down model. It is decentralized. Each district will establish its own 24-hour implementation task force, housed within the district and municipal assemblies, and aligned with our local economic development policy. This decentralized approach will allow each region to define and lead its path of industrial transformation based on its natural comparative advantages. Ladies and gentlemen, this is no longer just a vision. It is a structured, sequenced, and inclusive plan, and its implementation is beginning. I've authorized the 24-hour Secretariat to begin detailed program design and investment packaging. The draft program document will be released publicly on Tuesday for broader consultation, and I will invite you to help us finalize it. We'll officially launch the 24-hour plus program in July this year, most probably on Ghana's Republic Day, which is a symbolic day for a bold new national agenda. To guarantee institutional stability, I'm working with Parliament to establish the 24-hour Economy Secretariat as an independent authority, reporting directly to the President and backed by legislation. This will ensure strong coordination, investor confidence, and delivery continuity.
President Mahama has been talking about a key component of the 24-hour economic policy, which he says will be the activation of the Volta Lake as a highway corridor.
One of its boldest proposals is the development of the Volta Lake Economic Corridor. This corridor, centered on the Volta Lake and the Volta Basin, will become a national production zone and logistics span. The plan envisions cultivating over 2 million hectares of arable lakeside land, revitalizing the fisheries sector on the lake, and creating a chain of industrial parks that produce goods for domestic and regional markets. To support this corridor, the lake will be activated as a transport highway, moving food, people, and goods more efficiently than our congested roads allow us to do currently. New floating assets, lake ports, and long-term investment partnerships will be developed in coordination with the Volta River Authority and the private sector. We must move beyond just hydropower and unlock the broader economic potential of this beautiful national asset. But the Volta Lake Corridor is only part of the broader plan. The 24-hour economy program identifies priority value chains across all regions, and these include agro-processing, pharmaceuticals, textiles, light manufacturing, tourism, digital services, and the creative economy.
See the textile and garment sector as one of the engines of the growth of private sector export. And we believe that with your support, fortunately we have our Honorable Minister. She has been very, very encouraging. She's been having meetings with us on these issues, and hopefully we believe that once the 24-hour economy takes off, which we have already started in our factory, she visited and then she advised us, and since then we have that, going on currently. I will plead with you to see our sector as one of the fastest to create this number of jobs. West Africa is now on the map. All the buyers from the US and Europe are looking towards West Africa. We believe that Ghana can be the hub for garment manufacturing.